we ase ayewe asade bia aban ebe bi wo so a okaso be bia no possible obetimi aye nsankrofo kaso judgment no okenka judgment na okenka judgment na enka hwe obi anim hwe ma me kyerɛw enema asisi ewo Sedina asemi ho Sedina tamaklo ye di nasem no a ohun se ye di nasem obedifo no ena odwane ye omo bono wa ma because no nim se asamo a ye de abono no odi hufo because asamo no hyase e wo nanim eme ye didu ni pempenso bi a ansa na odwane wiye no omo serving notice through ni lawyers any ni sureties ni say ombe di asamo no wo nachi ye friend try na abstention no ema mu di asamo no wo nachi ema emuaye bae ema mo to ne krase wadifo enti ye ma no 10 years jail sentence enti omrefi ose oma enti 2024 ena attorney general started say oye extradition process say be sad naba omaimu na ohwa kenofurata asem na charges kra ni ensamo ekọ ya ye de ka hokọ America no America ban hwemu no America ban report ni say aban entimi enya credible charges against Kenofuriata and they don't see the need say omodi Kenofuriata ebe sa ba oman Ghana mu so ansana aban ebe hwe charge sheet no na wa hwe conviction no America aban na odi era Sedina tamaklo di aba no na chesa America aban etimi establish say Sedina tamaklo asem no credible judgment by no credible enunti ena aban no ejina so na odi Sedina tamaklo di ba omaimu na odi Sedina by no for about 15 days in fact omodi ne bakra no yante it took the American embassy in Ghana and the boy Ghana for man say Ghana for modi share Sedina tamaklo a wa wi sika wa dwan abese emaimu no ye naba ansa na felosofu sukwache edi mirika ebeba mane say omod naba na owo police fo ni prison fo nsam yes ye jeli obi a eba ne say na owo police ni prison at the same time for 15 days and on the 14th day and a minority no a press conference so press conference no was addressed by Nana J Bafowua. And to address the press conference no, on the 14th day no the 15th day and a boy say a fed the Sedina tamaklo walande ewo in some prison. In fact, initially crano interior minister be catch say a high profile case in and who here say ye the baby one be to but na Sedina tamaklo na ofie na only prison. Et Nana J Bafowua eda Sedina tamaklo elande wo prison no or say another press briefing and I'll catch a Ghana for say Sedina tamaklo no NDC for an assurance say ono de onko na as soon as possible no ombe yino and I will put those videos na media actual enti Nana J Bafowua catch say Sedina tamaklo kona ko prison no or ko for the optics na or call because NDC for an assurance say very soon they will get her out. Now, largely based because of Chairman Wontumi incarceration inti na mo shadama Sedina tamaklo ekonsa hom. Said ye beya si ejeli Chairman Wontumi so a enkrofo ka so mbeka so na Sedina kra ewonsa hom. Inti just for equalization and amudu Sedina tamaklo ekoye. Na Sedina tamaklo case ye ndre ba no attorney general so dabi or filing appeal no and the Kufuado 2024 na fene muaba then you ask yourself say a ban sign appeal you filing in 2024 or the fancy people are they didn't do a good job the whole of 2025 aban anya ohwe and na DCT said na ye ba ya pe and ya ye and ye see ye no na mame nkyerɛ trick na ɛwɔ ha no endra asɛm bi esi wɔ Ghana asɛm a esi wɔ Ghana ne sɛ mampani ene na ban eka kyerɛ ye 2 weeks ago say last week aban stating the position on the Constitutional Review Committee report. Until last week, Attorney General ebe briefing central for no one catch a buying position on the Constitutional Review Committee report. Last week, in Crawford Bisaya, sa explanation no ama enti endra ena aban ema a sa press conference, and I see it was perfectly calculated. Say yen shada because constitutional review no amount for you interested, opposition party no you interested, minority no you interested, and central for civil society for obia you interested, especially with some key element of the constitution. Term of office no for the president no money ade ne ma ne ma bi wo mu a enkrofo ye enti ande ye be hye da twen a eda ye be yi Sedina Tamaklo afiafiase no saada no ene the Constitutional Review Committee for report no ne aban position ba betudwa, so that people will not even have the time to talk about Sedina Tamaklo. That is the trick. And Jampanian power because Constitutional Review no and ye may be wom. Oh, president, you know, you see, the call 5 years. Presidential term limit, you know, you see, I test with about 35 years. Oh, you see, I say, and you know, Bama and Crawford attaching Crawford attention, then Crawford discuss here, no. Near Jai Sedina Tamaklo and Semono Eka. And because of that, inti, and dra, ye tie. Mr. Kusibu for say a tie. Inti and dra, ye tie. The release of government position and the report of the Constitutional Review Commission, no. Endra ye ribamon yendra Sedina Tamaklo ye jai no emse anopanim be mi be wie show no ene buy be 9 something ene buy say ye jai no ne ebo be ye say 12 so 1 na Attorney General ye press conference say or the government position on the Constitutional Review Committee no e dey to abontin na all ye no eno say ohwe kwadu a ye de bo ma me no a ono Attorney General or G2 enyeyi enti wa instruct say omonko file appeal, as in this case e Supreme Court na mu wi a omon file stay of execution say ye makwan ema amun carry out the judgment. Hey, enti government of settings, QNet government, Fragadam, Dream aban, any abanya settings yen Dennis Cam yen de say obe twan trachere Ghana for obe dada Ghana for yese bibia ni a ohyesew one nkrofo tena dan mu ehye enti eba ya pe mampani no endra pabam okọ enti o ma unse na media choti playbook no ewo ho enti act 1 scene 2 act 1 scene 1 act 1 scene 3 ene sa na ekonti ahye play no enti playbook no ewo ho so Constitutional Review Committee report no na ese last week na eba ye sheda ya fama ti time with the release of Sedina Tamaklo a friend is saying ni ruling no enti eba ya pe ye pia no so atum enkrofo kan oh na mampani eba ya so wia na pa mampani afo play ono so ko Jamaica okodi 5 days to 6 days omra no na maka ho asem awie ese okokra onim ho hwe okọ ontra kra no ate ensem a mo ka edefa ho no na aban baye o kan professor ko kan judgment o kan professor ko kan judgment ben ya de kwadu mako 74 so e de abonipa na adanse so wo ho tio adanse wo ho na mom ne ye kan say charge sheet na de koye no e defective lawyer for so aka me ya te say ya de charge sheet ko na defective a ye wo koye ye fa so e ma court no timi rectify no me ye di asem no. So on the basis of technicalities, Ghana Fosika 94 million Ghana cedis. Babesia wafa or dia wasani sirum 94 million Ghana cedis. Babesia fa e dia wasani sirum. Now bisa ni a country say the state could not prove their case. me ba cho Chairman Wontumi owi aban sika Chairman Wontumi enye galamsey na mum yese obi akona sase so akoye galamsey asamna court state no entimi improve any case against Chairman Wontumi na mo judge ne say ogira bibi e friend circumstantial evidence say ohwe nsemo a accused person no eka na ohwe nsemo a e friend say defendant no eka no a accused no ene yi hwan plaintiff no eka no a na dwini mu no na dwini ye ne say defendant no edifo meanwhile ya catch the lawyer for so catch say anytime be in criminal prosecution the state will find it difficult in proving beyond reasonable doubt no sir they know in favor the accused person and not the state. But in the case of Chairman Wontumi, state no intimi and proven the case but judge no say original circumstantial evidence so and the DTR Chairman Wontumi. But in the case of Sedina Tamaklo, state no intimi prove on case and show evidence of receipt and manema but judge for no say na charge sheet no a defective. It acquitted and discharged. Wow. Ampa Abranya judge was right. We are living in an animal kingdom. Friend is saying animal kingdom, animal farm. Yes, we are living in an animal farm kingdom. The animal farm pan away. Some of the animals are more equal than others. And the NDC buy openly millions of cedis with the Ato forcing any rich japa 2.3 million euros. Almost so a cop. Collins Dada $200 million. A cop. Slate OBS Husika after Thompson and so about 60-something million. A cop. Ofa a friend said, oh, the bosswa said in 94 million. And the twatwa swa de ko say otwene ho ahun tias 80 millions of cedis ne nyina eko but entra you say chief justice issue warrant say Hanan case no omontena so even during the legal vacation omuni Hanan asem. I say can you imagine Hanan in the buffer stock case you say Andra chief justice am a warrant. So even during the legal vacation, Omontrans no muniasem. And we are waiting to see, say, Chief Justice ever the same warrant say in the Chairman Wontumi appeal case no so no High Court, appeal court no entrance during the legal vacation no muniasem no. Na me anya me nwa because I was judge no a odi asem no a odi ma me said na tamakura asem no a NDC for not to attend crew. Omo time NDC for time no sa judge no your friend Justice Efia Sewa Asaribotwe, one of the best judges in Ghana ever. Or a fantastic judge, Justice Sewa Efia Asaribotwe. On the dia to force in Masemono. Or no and old dia to force in Masemono. And the NDC for at time judge no to the extent said or is your or court of appeal. And the abrea mame get you talk on eka say mame no based on the juma oye any nim dia owo any bia wa binti o propose say na na Akufo-Addo appointing in final court Supreme Court enko adwuma no NDC for muni omusomatikwa paikum omo ntia ase nti Mahama de ani bra so be kan say Akufo-Addo aye ne ayenye because of some amenity ntia me nwa say na NDC aba aban mu na maame no ne verdict odi aba no and NDC for they are in a hurry, they are in an ambulance mood to overturn it. No more run the judge down to send you judge no 1 year the papa bia. And Mahama Sabre no na Supreme Court a judge for a year edunai. And Akufo-Addo yes say or appointed edunum ediaka or appointed num de aka ho ama oma ye edun wotwe. Edun so meboa somewhere 14 plus 15 by 19 meboa. No more 19. Mampani Mahama say Akufo-Addo a park court no. Eti Mahama say we afia Sarabotwe mu mpo de. Omo ntimi an converting. Ba me no converting wie. As a parliament approve omo. NDC for approve omo. Enti an crofo mi no omo ntimi an Supreme Court no so. NPP di fi aban mu. Na make say omo converting wie enso mu tifie na mampani Mahama baye Eric Bacho mami fa we ma na fatoso emame mampani Mahama baye wa appoint 120 judges in 18 months a unprecedented a record time ebinsi Atanos the earliest our appointing the first Supreme Court judge na 2 years in government na Akufo-Addo there and so about 2 years in government but mampani Mahama baye no in less than 4 months or appointed 7 justices of the Superior Court and then make us what means akwakoka ho any eti Supreme Court or appointed judge for 10 Court of Appeal appointed 21 High Court or appointed 37 Circuit Court or appointed 52 and to kan nyina bomu a 120 judges in 18 months we recorder enviable recorder obi alibi 10 Supreme Court justices 21 Appeal Court justices High Court and so 37 and Circuit Court 52 Timampani Mahama na otiachira na Akufo-Addo to 120 court new court and now appointed judge for Mampani Mahama edi na temono hwe Akufo-Addo bae na court ni Ekropon na wasi High Court Ekropon na High Court ni Amasaman wasi High Court Amasaman and some any a lot of places for Ghana okre ni Miami Chrome okre ni district court ene Akufo-Addo ntie wa district court and now see what Miami ahodo bibiri it appointing nipa to those courts no na Mampani Mahama kasa and kwana kwhwe the records from the Supreme Court every judge bia Mampani Akufo-Addo appointing the Supreme Court bia no na oko replace obi and in fact most of them odi omkoe no retirement because of omoye empanifo anoma serviache enso Mampani Mahama ka kire say Akufo-Addo park court no na odi MPP for judges and na court enti NDC for no should make themselves available na oba appointing NDC judge for na do ma balance equation no ambanampo oba wa balance equation fefefe in less than 2 years just 18 months no 1 year and 6 months me boy 1 year and 6 months it's 1.5 we appointed 120 judges 10 Supreme Court 21 Court of Appeal 37 High Court and 52 a year your friend is saying Circuit Court it's 120 judges oba on see court to dan ba kokra on see court to dan ba kokra oba enso we Supreme Court judge edi and the judicial system no ekura NDC for e de ye ne mo pe NDC ba yi kireme NDC ni ba ko pa Ghana mra edi nadi obi kireme NDC ni ba ko pe a wa court a Ghana mra timi nadi Sami Jamfini na ponya asem Emma Sami Jamfi asem ne ko High Court Emma Sami Jamfi edi for defamation suit 10 million cedis NDC ba yi Court of Appeal a clear Sami Jamfi Sedina di Court of Appeal a clear Sedina Tamaklo any ensema hudo ti Attorney General file no le prosecute no na court no so clear nti na make say NDC ni bia ni hono mo a odi ne kwa manu ma obedi for etu no obi nya asem no ya NDC na mbekọ court dia panacha wofie abunkotodwe na panacha na monka na asumdwe mra because na ordinary court a oni for NDC MPP bani bi pa ne dia ne podi enya aban asem a civil case na oni me edi nkomo na ka chem say na sem bi wo court na sadia asem no no ama no akra no na si afem na newe aho enum ne ade nti no na mpese obaha me ka so da bi on pese kra oba media ni ma be ka sim bia because of quiet na asem ne fast work court no clear civil case na because of so MPP ni nti no na ne si afem enti ye nyina ye tiomemu na I'm hopeful say NPP for a sua sa lesson way in a very painful way NPP be sua sa lesson way in a very painful way because obabemu enfie wotwe NDC MPs 32 at double salary and now the borofo sa 2019 me call presidential media press na me bisa na Akufo-Addo Nana Akufo-Addo NDC MP 32 no match double salary no wo you amoden Nana Akufo-Addo de brofo maintain your kind that besine makọ akoye video no matie video no matie me do reproduce me question no ni answer no one of the epistle makọ akoyi makan mantie ase Nana Akufo-Addo de brofo mantie ase ana ode am ho che omo obia anti ase na brofo matie me do kra anti ase a me me anti ase matia me du anti ase me so anti ase what ase manti ase Nana Akufo-Addo de san ode ho che omo omo tituopu ni wo sa 8 years and na hwe Wontumi ambulance mode and na court to vacation a yesi hanan yen try no during the legal vacation said the beya yi betum and na yesi fa ayi tribunal systems emra na modi agora MPP leading members no modi agora by the close of this year na mu nyina mu koji mudi agora hombe jeli mu nyina and now the upper mani metodwa say NDC were about 190 MP so or overwhelming majority but the name mani metodwa say NPP MPs 10 edge double salary or the person nyina line of court or the makwa go afiase and I'm hopeful say you are learning this science in a very painful manner ochamba bi mu a na ma ye no my classmate sem katanga sem any a UV mate sharp any a other dear friend oh me ayi or ayi kakatachie nie menene na china Chicago we na menene menene na co school wo Oxford we I am a business partner oh we my other dear friend sa ense mu sa enne kwanya NDC for the MPP for so even to the extent that parliament on mamon kasa o kasa pa na ye threaten say e bechew hwe amakofi bua MP 32 na gi double salary no na amakofi bua ka ho Eda Nana Akufo-Addo the last day of parliament na obekra Ghana for akono amakofi bua de Akufo-Addo gina ho ehoro ne sentomago that day Nana Akufo-Addo yire anti Becky for 16 years ni kunu our front line 8 years in opposition 8 years in government obi ante Mami Becky anu asem da obi ahumpo so amuna da bia nanum fefefe na wo sere eso that day se Mami anti Becky hwe se amakofi bua na waji double salary na esese ya do koto afiase na me kunu do ho achew na enne utimi gina parliament eso pa me kunu se dia and no focus speaker no say what na so speaker of parliament what na so microphone dia Akufo-Addo atamia na be frame say me enko yin ko yen ko twati come on me pembe mi fa and that day Auntie Becky couldn't control herself. That's the pain sir NDC focus Ghana hwe same jamfi enso enne same jamfi asem ba wonya MPP ni na onu ne dia ni mu a o ka champion before say mo bia kren kasa ba same jamfi wow enti we no clear case of Barnabas and Jesus of Bible mu se Pilato bi say ye wo kronfutatwa mo abi wo ho a kronfutatwa mo pa wo ho da fiase ye wo Yesu Kristo nso a onye bone da fiase sa ni pa mienu omumo ne wo hin na menyim mamo o man ni say yi Barnabas man na ku Yesu we ni ye clear case of say Mahama Wontumi yes yenya evidence in tiano but court ni so you show substantial evidence but ma me yenya circumstantial sorry yenya evidence etiano but court ni say evidence no wasn't beyond reasonable doubt and you know and charge sheet was defective inti why we discharge na me say we a clear case of Barnabas and Jesus
because Mahama Wontumi umi aban asase
there be
Mahama Wontumi wi aban
sika
wi aban sika wi aban ajapadie bia wonfa wo bia ajapadie in fact charge sheet on the ball no any ruling no kwampo ba bia ni wonpo a ye ka say enipa no a wono wo se wo ye galamsi wo ye illegal mining no wo ko say issue
yeah one can search Mahama Wontumi ji ni sika asan odi asase ma no le bi san say ko to gold no nya bia na o se ane wo di bi komache Mahama Wontumi o se debi ehwo na judge ne ka say onabu apia ko bi so ambisa na hwe because o can say ya nyi usika utu afa bi ankoma na no ko so bisa on what basis NFH Mahama Wontumi ka kire wo say kona ko tu sika ko
it ja according to judge ne die enam say Mahama Wontumi so jitu mu say ono na wo ka say abrante no
Nkodua kubi premier asase no yakubi.
Ya na e ka asem bi. Di wo wi amenam no. Ono no di mi fufu.
But
e no kre.
That is what he say.
David kwa kusa ya no se kusa evidence no.
Fidie no akra na amokwachi wo site wo no. Na excavators. But according to a guy no na bulldozer amokwachi excavators so but ono search ma wontumi facilitate maninya bulldozer. And such a mount to facilitate maninya bulldozer. You have bulldozer into Galamsey. Yeah, reclamation. So it should tell you say the menstrual at a mount to be 2 and I can put what the tribunal. I can put what the tribunal. And now the Achusiano as a to Nipanama bulldozer. A balance and your betches can be also.
Kwaku, anything I make us say. Circumstantial evidence, you say, do already men now. Number 2 either be no cry because Suvosi ho nkwalaboni mi enu ofie yes
na ba akoye nwa akoyi nam no dudwane ko na ba akoko na fuoni so no so kofa fufuo di a wo se de obayi wie nam ne yi
enam enye fufuo me boa
akwa no say ni odi akire sua ni odi anim nante o wa mbra di kan okono oyin so yi a chan force me sua nante ara
and so would you be achi lesi ba ko no ko ekutia ayi ateche mu a wo so tia ateche no ma sa wo so ntiam na ne no wafia
Debbie,
what you say? Aha, eti very companam. Mama na dwi wo kekesi ani say me say judge ni say osusu say osusu oni there osusu say when na ye say enti na say na tie dia enam say e pa bo na e fa ha no ene wo de ya ye pede e dara me ne lawyer bi e kasa if I no a host ka che say when OJ Simpson America ye de kosi ye wono kwale bibia wo hono koporo musi de kudi what do you call it convince the court beyond reasonable doubt chairman na won fa obi bibia no yes won ko dance 20 years na kwa kudi ye mi hu kaka wo ba na de mu ne say ma me no pode na nsi ko yes we need right to appeal menye so right to appeal because ye di asem no
ene ma obiel so den say
ye ma obiel no wo jampu bail edwane wa ma and now you didn't even come to Ghana on your own volition I just say bia wa na sa ba Ghana bible ho ka extradite from America to Ghana it is a Ghana and the two predicted man say bra na beka wa say the new free court every prison bebia kwakun ya kwakudu no and the brain work say CRC na aba no almost say omati age limit no equal 35 years 40 to 35 years men kwaku me support first na and then 35 years we do 35 for a professor wonini it 35 years me support other yina wo mo say mo 5 years no minim how wa constitution the ka 4 years it is here now review na ba mo so white paper that say 5 years no say you nyina say 5 years na support ko mpa na be ni den referendum na me ye be here lawyer bi na won chechi mu say eno bi mu say am because say 4 years and you can say 4 year term it ye na so be say na be in train position aha enti ye no ye be ni den am hoping say lawyers be chechi mu say you bet the white paper asasa ade no ana
ade
say 4 years 5 years
government no you know e be entrenched and e be non-entrenched provisions in there say 2/3 of parliament 80 misisa and entrenched be call reform be call referendum so almost say almost package ni mienu itini ye referendum no be referendum with the district assembly election and na nye referendum no and the parliament
assembly elections
almost say
referendum
almost say almost the referendum no e be can district assembly election no no maye and on baby e be here referendum no and na baby here referendum here 2/3 of parliament no so no almost the parliament so be and why we nim that say na 2/3 no mo nti de mbetimi ayi bibi omo ye bia still me okay say ye de in the coming days no e bi nyale yes na mo ma chechi mu say we ye entrance we nye entrance na me de no nwa wasa CRC or more report no mo ni say almost the 80% government na reject enti ase kakra bi esi tu no ana no waje atu enti na me bisa me hwe na no pe enti na bisa mo say what is the essence
because we are I say abana reject bebre abana reject enti kakra bi ono no ope no e no wafa me bi wa me nti ase
but you know the typical of government it's a white paper what the bar so what the report in the bar aban ni hwem na ba bia ye duru Ghana sese no ya mobo I was saying right from the outset no krampo no sa constitutional review ye na say ke bogu because about President Mahama ye vice president na President Mahama Professor Mills ye president omuti constitutional review committee
yes e mo the report no ba e wey
what I say na executive secretary no a friend say no University of Ghana lecturer say one year law school yi former akoya no who rankofo Supreme Court ne wa fasi
Atuguba
Raymond Atuguba and the executive secretary to that constitutional review committee in fact President Mahama a transition by president no almost submit report no Edma President Mahama
so I didn't say something
Mekasika mo expend the first constitutional review committee under NDC and the report in our bread President Mahama and then more cast of one penny. No, they shelved it. What bar was a maba bear for yes, about bear for Emma Renaba. It's Rena Baron. Now, my issue report, Nina. Why people are moving about one thing? When I'm here to read it. I'm ready. Rejected.
I never come home. I never come home. Term of Chief Justice. 10 years. And you say about Chief Justice. Now, President Mahama, so I just to Mudia can remember. Because President Mahama be in Ghana hano. Chief Justice be in what term?
Top 10.
The term no be a no term keke.
Key 13 proposed reforms in 1. Presidential term extended. Presidential term extended from 4 years to 5 years. Parliamentary term extended from 4 years to 5 years. Minimum age to contest presidency reduced from 45 to 35 years. President to pay tax on salary, allowances, and indirect tax on goods and services. And presidential election will be held on a fixed date in the first week of November. Ministers capped at 60. Say and also home and one of near the 7 or say Parliament limited to 300 members, 276 elected, 24 presidential representation seats, 24 proportional representation seats, and dual citizens will be allowed to contest parliamentary elections. And death penalty abolished. And also the DC's election. You see, President Beya nominating Nipa 5. Ne akotwa be baako. Na baako abe. Nyanse bienim. Citizen-led amendment. Citizen can propose constitutional amendment with a signature from at least 10% of registered voters. Say a constitutional amendment be ho nipa no betimi ai omo abetimi ai so munya 10% of registered voters are omo abetimi ai constitutional amendment and Chief Justice a fixed term. The Chief Justice will serve a single non-renewable 10-year term or until retired age. And Attorney General will no longer be the Minister of State or Cabinet member. A separate Minister for Justice will oversee the sector, whilst the Attorney General retain responsibility for legal advice and prosecution of offences. Into when 13 key recommendations of the Constitutional Review Committee.
And to me, the Chief Justice term, no, 10 years. President Mahama, the Oye Mami Toku no. Will be young, Casadi, the Crocas of here when you film as my reject because. Say what transana to say President Ba any purpose for Chief Justice our Ghana hano and obey and answer say next government yes MPP Ba on also for the Chief Justice and the Ghana for the petition make president na yahwehwem na chief justice ya say when NDC for na hwibo mu a ono mo na kwa yie kɔhwɛ ball ne ne kenkan wi ɛno nso yaka ho asɛm
ebi wo enkrofo wa dance bi bebree etia judge phone bi
bebe
na omo so omo mfa nkone omo de kwa Mahama beto atwene so omo twen na no me hu se so omo so ma determine primary facet here Godfrey Dami in the Richard Jagwa case na me na yoni Colombia to wa yoni Colombia asemo before a court of competent jurisdiction or yes Supreme Court judge of France me do fie no ono de primary facet bi any determine ti ano Ghana interest
that be Jeffy so mo frag Godfrey Dami
yo
Godfrey Dami be bo ayidi
I want to be come fanya hwe de no beto
na ye ono kura
every bar be kan wase na unti Professor Maybe Otibuadi yes wanya scholarship o kosua di wo US
ya asene
na asene sen
prof ye
na omumre
ye cry we pepe bi akomo fa ye do maye
godon
scholarship ready
from so Maybe Otibuadi omumre
into o Professor Emeritus course and now you general secretary course do kwa koye
asemo
and na WHO director general and na neto director general
ayo
and na UNESCO
awusi ade omumre
kwa koi enti man ko
prof ye maltrinkwa pa mo yese ya mo de pressure na eto ye so say ese de ngo he kra
chief justice dia no honestly 10-year term na mo de kan ho no me hu fa so a e wo so say omo call retirement 65 are they saying say wo fa obi no adi
omo call retirement 70 years it is say woman will be ebia will be at the 55 years now who appointed as chief justice will go through parliamentary event ni nyina ya man approval ya jina to 55 years odi 65 on go fi asa no moka
it doesn't make sense
no retirement
age
and not just a
Ghana will be poorer in terms of the depth of knowledge in the one
because of Mahama Wotowoto
what you say
Mahama
for me it doesn't really make sense to me the term na was than one term say yankasi na omo ye renew
na
ye de mawa ye de ama ade say bia ye de asebi to ti say the person mama e kire adoso de to e ma me stop no so no silent e say be ti so to bia adoso
o ye mp me say o ye mp
no what term organa o
ye mp ni a o ni dis nya so na de kokko to abedi fo mo be ye musua duabo
ana
musua duabo
awon ba to meja we ma me fa to abonti na ye ka ayi no nipa ethnic groupings na we create menya 2021 there
okay
it 2021 there no still accounts 40%. In fact accounts in Greater Accra as compared to 2010 census no ado ekosoro first na 39 point something you say no 40.4%.
okay
2 million 2.2 million and na Gandamis Eswati on population of Greater Accra Eswati about 24.1. Wow. As at 2010 no na ye 30%. 2010 before David Market 2020 manti and na Elvis Elvis so dey ko be almost 19.9%. And the others dokika boma mol dagbani for 5.6